Okay, part 3. I'm very sorry for stopping so quickly yesterday. Chapter 31. Anne, I said, shut the fuck up, you queefs. Stop calling Ebony a Mary Sue, okay? You do not even know what's going to happen, okay? So fuck you. I don't think they need to know. Thanks to my BFF Raven 4D Hell. I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitka. Boofy rocks, Sirius said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something. Snap clammed. I'm sorry, I'm going to be struggling to read this for a while. Oh, fucking yeah. I took out some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Cerberus. He made Snap Durmkit. He did Arngrilly. Then Luscious took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucian made us get out with them while Snape told his secrets. Lucian took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me a million times. Professor Trevelry took me to a dark room. Now I was going to go back in time to seduce Volksamort? Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Trevelry. You'll see, she said. I opened the bag. In it was a sexy, tight, low smut. This story is anything but low and smut. Black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff and there was a silt up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Thanks, I said. Okay, now you're going to go back in Tim, said Professor Sinister. You will have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a black gun? Why do you need a gun if you're just going to seduce someone? I put it in a strap on my fishnets like in Red is Net Evil. Then she gave me a black time tuner. After an hour, use the time tuner to go back here, Professor Trevelry said. Then she and Bloody Mary put a pensive in front of me. Everyone went in front of it. Good luck, everyone shooted. Darkness and Willow gave me Death's Tuxin. Then I jumped sexily into the pensive? How do you do that? Never mind, I don't want to know. Suddenly, I was in Forntove Test School. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I'd ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kind of like Mikey Way, only black. He had gren eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale, wet skin. He was wearing a black ripped-up suit with fans. It was Tom Bombadil? Tom Bombadil. And Chapter 32. And I said, stop flaming. I know his name isn't Tom Bodil. That was a mistake. If you did not lick the story, then you can go screw yourself. You suck. Hi, I said flirtily. I'm Ennaby Wade, a new student. I shook my pale hands with their black noil polish with him. "Da name's Tom," he said. "But you can call me Satan. That's my middle name." We shook hands. "Well, come on, we have to go upstairs," Satan said. I followed him. "Hey, Satan, do you happen to be a fan of Grande? Since MCR and Evanescence don't exist yet, then," I asked. one moment. I'm gonna look up when Green Day was founded. Like, when... I'm just gonna quickly look this up. Okay, they did form in the 80s. Interesting. Oh my fucking god, how did you know? Satan gasped. Actually, I like GC a lot too. Get it? Because GC did that one song, I Just Want to Live, that sounded really 80s. That didn't sound 80s. Oh my god, me too. I replied happily. Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade? Satan whispered. Hogsmeade? I said. Yeah, that's what they used to call it in these times before it became Hogsmeade in 2000. That's not how time travel works. I can't just say that Disney became the the Monopoly Corporation in 2030 and it'll be right. He told me all secretively. And there's this really cool shop called Hot Topic. I finished, happy again. He frowned confusedly. No, it's called Hot Issue. He smiled scornfully again. Then in 1988, they changed it to Hot Topic. I'm gonna look that up. Because I feel like that's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. For someone who prides themselves on Hot Topic lore, they certainly didn't do their research. Oh, now everything was making sense for me. So is Dumbledore your prince pill? I shouted. Uh-huh. He looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. MFG, me too, I shrieked it. Shrieked it? Shrieked it? You go to this school? Get it, 'cause I'm Gothic? He asked. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm new. I smelled happily. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily, like just on a guitar or something. He just flies in on a broomstick with a guitar in his hands and just yells. No talking in the halls. He had short blonde hair and was wearing a polo shirt from American Eagle Outfitters. Stupid goths. Satan rolled his eyes. He's so mean to us goths and punks just because we're in Slytherin and we're not reps. I turned around angrily. Actually, I think maybe it's because you're da Bark Lord. What the fuck? He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then suddenly, the floor opened. OMFG, no, I schemed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked as I fell. Yeah, makes sense. I got out of the hole, and it was black and the pensive in Professor Trevor's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I just met you, I said. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, what the fuck? Abby, what the hell are you doing? I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What the hell, how? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second, but she's a goth, so it's okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort's serum. She started to cry black tears of depression. Dumbledore didn't know about them. Hey, you crying tears of blood? He asked curiously, twitching a tear. Fuck off, we both said, and Dumbly Dum took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limpid tears. Oh my fucking god, Danaby. I think I'm addicted to Voldemort's serum. And see you fucking preps go fuck yourself or selks. That's serious issues. 20 go to hell. I don't know anybody who's addicted to Voldemort's serum, or even if it's real. It sounds like Harry Potter alcohol. And I don't think that exists. Chapter 33. A.N. I said shut up. It's not my fault if you don't lick the story, then you're a prep. So fuck you, flamers. P.S. I'm not updating up till you give me 5 god reviews, and this time I meant it. Usag. Thanks, Raven, for the help. I promise to help you with your story, lols. Oh yeah, I looked into it, and since the big fight, Raven didn't update her story, and I have a theory about this, but I'll leave that to the end of this. Oh my fucking god, I shooted sadly. Should we get used to Saint Mangas, bitch? Hell no, she said. Lizen Egagi, I need your help. Next Tim you go back and Tim, do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He was wearing a big black GCT shit, which was his Panamas. Hey, sexy, I said. How'd it go, Annabelle? He asked, and his voice was so sexy and low, kind of like Jared Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We stared to go back into the dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealously. Not too far, lol, I borked. Will you have to do it with him? Draco asked angstily. I hopped not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shooting at him. I said sorry. We Frenched. What will happen to Snipe? I growled. You will see. Draco giggled mistressly. He opened a door. Snap and Lumpkin was there. Sirius was pokering them by staging them with a black knife. No, please. Lumpkin bagged as Sirius started to suck his blood. I laughed statistically. I talked some photons of him and Snap being torqued. Okay, I know this is men, but think about it. They are people, they are pedos, and Snap tried to wrap them in any way. Sadist Rock. Has anyone seen Shrek Attack 3? We took some of Snipe's blood, then Darko and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my black coffin. My clothes were kind of dritty, so I put on a black leather outfit, thingy kind of like the one Celine has in Andre World. If you haven't heard of it, then fuck you. I put on some black platform high heels. Darko put on Desolation Livers by MCR. Yep, my phone is here. Let's set the mood. If that even exists. It's Desolation Row. How do you fuck up that bad? Then we started to take off each other's clothes. I took off his shit, and he had a sex pack, lols. We started to mac out like in Da Grudge. He put his wetness in my you-know-what sexily. I got an orgy. There are so many things wrong with this. Oh, Draco. Oh, my fucking god, Draco. I screamed passively as he got an eructation. I love you, Tar Ebery. He whispered sexily, and then we fell asp pleep. Lol. Alright, turn that off. Okay. We're 11 chapters to the end. Only 11 more chapters. We'll be okay. I hope. Yeah, I imagine it is. Can you get an eructation? How do I get an how do I how do I get an egg nation? Chapter 34. AN. Shut the fuck up, preps. Have you even read this story? You are probably all preps and posers, so fuck you. Thanks to Raven for the help. I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on a black tight sexa dress that was all ripped at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. There was a slit in the dress like in Mr. and Mr. Simf. I put on black fishnets and black Stilton boots. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I opened it. Hi, Ibony, he said. Guess what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco or maybe listen to MCO or Evanescence. I came anyway. So, what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sorius flirtily. Isn't he like the same age as Snape and Lupin? This is creepy. I fucking tortured them, he answered in a statistic way. They are in Abkhazian now? Lol. I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampira? I muttered. They are excused from form school today. Sodomize? Moaned sexily. Right now they are watching Das Nightmare Before Xmas. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic black dress that was ripped all over it, kind of like the one Amy Lee wears in This Pig. Bracket http:// She was drinking some Volximort serum. She took out the pensive and the Time Torner. Annabelle, you'll have to do another session now. Also, I need you to get me the cure for being addicted? Addicted? She said sadly. Good luck. Thanks. And then, I jumped into the Pensive again. Suddenly I looked around. I was in the Great Hall eating Count Chorkula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall, gothic man with long black hair, pale skin and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He looked just like Charlton Manson. I noticed. He was drinking a portent. Who's he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Slutborn? Satan said. He's the portents teacher. Ebony? Yeah, I asked. Did you know that Marilyn Mason is playing in Hogsmeade tonight? They're showing the exercise at the... I'm sorry. They are showing the exercise at the movies before that. Yeah? Well, do you want to go to the Contortent movie with me? Chapter 35. Ghost of You. AN. Thanks to Susie for the idea. You rock. Fuck off, press. Thanks to Raven for the help. You rock, girl. P.S. I'm going to end the story really, son, so fuck you. Oh, yeah, and if you know any Gothic names, please tell me, because I need one for serious. Thanks. That's funny enough, closest she's coming forever to actually having it nearly meet the name. I went into the conman room, thinking of Satan. Suddenly I gasped. Draco was there. I grasped. He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants, a black Lonken Brack t-shirt, and black eyeliner. Draco, what the fuck are you doing? I gasped. Huh? He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucan. His style had 2 arms. Oh, hi, Lucian, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student. Lol, we shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you, Lucian said. He pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys. They were sighting in a corner, cutting. It was serious. Vampire's Dad, and Snap. All of them were wearing black eyeliner and black good band t-shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys, he said. We are playing tonight at the Marilyn Mason show as backup. Really, I asked. Yeah, he said. We're called Black Tear. I play to gutter. Spartacus plays the drums, he says, pointing to him. Snap plays the boss. And James plays the guitar too, even though we call him Samaro after Samara in the ring. Okay, 1 second. I don't think the ring was out. Nope, it wasn't. Hey, bastards, I told them. They gave me death's toxin. Suddenly I gasped. But you don't have a lead singer, I asked. There are bands without singers. Lucian looked at Dawn sadly. We used to, but she did. She attempted suicide by slitting her wrists. Oh my fucking god, that's so fucking sad, I gasped. It's okay, but we need a new... Given my accent, I'm probably going to fail saying that. We need a new lead singer, Samaro said. Well, I said I'm in a band myself. Really? Asked Snap. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we're called Bloody Gothic Rose 666. Do you want to hear me sing? Yeah, said everyone. So the guys took out their guitars. They began to pay a song by. Get it? 'Cause bi guys are so sexy. Gurnday. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. I sang sexily. I did not own the lyrics to that song. Everyone gasped. And up, B. Will you join the band? Please, begged Lucian, Samoro, Sirius, and Snap. Okay, I shrugged. Are we going to play tonight? Yeah, they said. We told you that, like, 2 minutes ago, you idiots. Okay, I said, but I knew that I had to get a new outfit. I walked outside, wondering how I could go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Morty McFly? Wait, Morty? You mean this fic predicted Rick and Morty? Or the person who made it thought that this was a clever joke to make? He was wearing a black banana t-shirt and black baggy jeans. What the hell are you doing here? I asked. I will help you go throw Wad and Tim, Ebony, he said seriously. Then he took out a black Tim machine. I went into it, and suddenly I was forward in Tim. Chapter 36. Anne, I said, stop flaming, okay? Yeah, I knew about Rick and Morty being based on Back to the Future, but I didn't think it would have the main character be referenced in My Immortal, like 10 years before its conception. Chapter 36. A.M. I said stop flaming, okay? I bet your Al probably old 17-year-old. P.S. Porter says you're a prep. Oh yeah, and thanks to Raven for the help. Have fun in England, girl. I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates, and Draco, Vampire, and Willow were there too. OMFG, Sorius, I saw you and Samaro and Snip and everyone. I can't believe Snap used to be gothic. Yeah, I know, Sirius said sadly. Oh, hey there, bitch, Professor Trelawney said in an emo voice, drinking some Volksamort serum. She could probably solve her own problems if she just, didn't drink. Hello. Hi, Fuker, I said. Listen, Satan asked me to go to a gothic cornet and to a movie, so I need a sex and new outfit for the date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too. Oh, my Satan. Get it? Lols, because she's gothic. Gasped Bloody Mary. Want to go to Hot Topic to shot for your outfit? OMFS, let's have a group cutting session, said Professor Trelawney. Should the teacher really be encouraging that? Whatever they let pedophiles teach here, apparently. Yeah, we need some... I can't fucking wait for that, but we need to get some stuff first, said Willow. Yeah, we need some portions for Professor Trelawney so she won't be addicted to Volksamort serum anymore, and also some love potion for our Ennaby. Darko said resultantly. Well, we have potions class now, Willow said, so let's go. We went sexily to potions class. But Snap wasn't there. Instead, there was... Cornelio, fuck. Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. Shut the fuck up, said shooted Cornelia fuck. He isn't Azkaban now. With Snip and Lupin, he is old and weak. He has cancer. Now do your work. My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vampire asked surprisedly. That's it. Cornelio fuck shooted angrily. The tables have turned. Now it's the teachers that are the school shooters. I'm getting... Professor Bridge. He stomped out angrily. Me friends and I began talking again. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Suddenly I saw Hagrid in the cupboard. What the fuck is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner and he looked Shrexier than ever. I swear to God, she's eventually going to misspell it as Shrexy. Suddenly, Hargriff, what the fuck are you doing? He shooted. I looked around. Hagrid was putting something in my glass of blood. How did you miss that? Darko and Vampire started to beat him up sexily. God, you're such a poser, I shooted at Hagrid. Suddenly I looked what he was putting in the blood. It was amnesia portion? Like a portion of amnesia? Like you forget you're weak? Chapter 37. Anne. Okay, everybody, I'm going on vacation on the 1st of July, so I'm either gonna end the fic or update it in weeks. Thanks. Oh yeah, and perhaps stop flaming Sasori. Raven, thanks for the help. See you, girl, after vocation. Darko's point of view, lol. Vampire and I chained Hagrid to the floor. Oh my fucking Satan, Annabelle said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster. But you are so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would you need it? To make everything go faster, lol, said Enemy. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? I asked jealously. OMFG, you guys are so scary, said Brittany, a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, said Willow. Okay, well anyway, let's go to Professor Trevelry's room. Draco, Ebori, and I went to Professor Siniater's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi, fuckers, he said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back, black silton boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset. OMFG, thanks, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I took the clothes in the bag. Okay, Professor Sinister isn't here. What the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly, he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan, I screamed as I read it. On it said, everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is an Ascabian now. Classes shall be taught by Jubeldorg, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Rumbridge. OMFG, I shouted angrily. Angrily? How could they do that? Suddenly Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office? He began to shoot angrily. Soon Wenley, I saw Morty McFly's black tin machine. I jumped into it seductively, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly I was back in Tim. I looked around. It was Professor Slutborn's FS? I sneaked around. Suddenly I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood-red pentagrams in it. It was in the shape of the cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly the door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn? OMFG, what are you doing, fucker? He shooted angrily. I don't know, what the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Oh, sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class, you said, finally hoping he couldn't see the potion. Wait. Okay, who's messaging me? Okay, it's just a Twitter notification. Wait, when did this become a second person? You said hoping you couldn't see the potion in your pocket. Oh, okay, you can go now, said Professor Slutborn. You went to the conman room after putting on my clothes. I would rather not put on your clothes. Silas, Samaro, and Snap were there, practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming, said Sirius. By the way, you can call me Hades now. Suddenly Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson, black Congress shoes, a Slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Where are his pants? Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said, and then I went with Satan. Chapter 38. An. What does everyone think if I end the story and then I add some more to it after vocation? Oh yeah, and perhaps stop flaming. If you do not like the story, then take my quiz, okay? You will see if you're gothic or not. I don't think I'll be able to find the quiz now. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate said 666, just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively. Stan started to drive it. We talked about Satanism. Well, he was named after Satan. Cutting, music, and being gothic. Oh my Satan, Gerard is so fucking hot. Volksamort agreed as we smoked some weed. I'm not even going to read that note. Well, I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena, I said in a flirty voice. Hey Satan, do you know the cure for when people are addicted to Volksamort ceruleum? Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, Volksamore parked the car behind a black movie theater. Satan and I walked inside. We went into the movie tether. They were showing The Exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it when suddenly a serial killer came. Like the edible cereal. Satan and I laughed at the blood 'cause we're sadists. While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic black light Nightmare Before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion on it. I put it back in his black Emil the Strange bag. I think he's gonna notice. Never mind. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them started to fly around everywhere. Oh my god, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped because I was afraid he noticed. And then, guess what? I knew the amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work, he said. It's not like a cell phone. How far are we? Chapter 38. Okay. I can finish this. Carl. I raised my eye suggestingly. And then he took off my clothes sexily and we started to make out. I took off his shit? He had a sex pack just like Gerard Way. We Frenched. Excuse me, but you're going to have to leave. Shoot at the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck you, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, sucking all her blood. No, she screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else crapped. 'Cause Satan and I locked so cute together. Satan and I started to walk outside. So, my god, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went into the car. Seriously? He gasped. Yeah, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Satan started to drive the car. I smiled happily. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think? Yeah, I said as we kissed passively. Satan parked in a black driveway next to the place where Draco and I had watched GC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh low. Anti people, now you've gone too far. Joe's Christ Superstar, screamed Marlin on the stage? Like the fish that's looking for Nemo? We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmexe. He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes, and he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm. Suddenly Marilyn Mason stopped playing. I would like to peasant. Black tear, he said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instruments. I got on stag. There's a deer now? Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say, I sang. I did not own the lyrics to that song. My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Jared Roy. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eructation. I'm not okay, I sang finally. Suddenly Lucian started playing the wrong song by mistake. OMFG, yielded James. What the fuck? Whoops, I'm sorry, said Lucian. You fucking asshole, James shouted angrily. You guys are such preps, Snap said. Come on, it was a mistake. Yeah, it's not his fault, said Sirius. No, he ruined the fucking song, yelled Samaro. What the fuck? You guys stop, I shouted angrily, but it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly Samaro took out his knife. OMFG no, shouted Lucan, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm with the knife, and then I jumped sexily in front of the bullet. No, yielded everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly everything went black. Oh right, there was a troll. Do we want me to read the troll fic? Like the troll chapter? I don't know. What do you think? Like you in the chat, what do you think? Should I read the troll chapter or go straight for the actual chapter 39? I'm gonna give myself a break and read the okay, never mind. I'll leave this for last. Okay, so I'll scroll to the next one. Um where are we? Okay, chapter 40. And shut the fuck up, perhaps. Get a lift. You suck. Oh, and from now on, I'll be on vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while, lols. Thanks to everyone who revealed except the preps who flamed. Fuck you. MCR rules. I woke up in the Norse's face on a special gothic coffin. Hairgrid was in the bed opposite me in a coma because Vampire and Draco had bet him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. Oh my Satan, what happened? I screamed. Suddenly Volksamort came. He looked less mean than usual. Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard, I yielded. Thou hast not killed vampire yet, he said angrily. Suddenly he started to cry, tears of blood all selective. Volksamort? OMFG was wrong, I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Volksamort disappeared. OMFG enemy, you're alive, screamed the Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. What the fuck happened? I asked him. Oh my Satan, am I like dead now? I gasped. Enemy, you were almost shot, said Sirius. But the ballet could not kill you, since you were from another time. But thanks anyway, said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. OMG, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you, I gasped. Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then, said James. Isn't Harry's dad dead? I don't know why I'm asking questions I'm not going to get the answers to. Yeah, he was a spy, Sirius said sadly. He was really a death dealer. And he was such a fucking poser, said Lucian. He didn't even really know who GC were until I told him. Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with Red 666. There was a DVD of Corpse Bride, like Army Corpse, on it when I gasped. Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated goths. Hey, has anyone fucking seen Draco? I asked Gothic Callie. No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax, said Professor Trevelry. He doesn't know that you're better. Anyway, the North said you could get up. Come on. I got up suicidally. You wouldn't be leaving the nurse's office like that. Lucian, Sirius, and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather night gun. Under that I had a sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace, with a matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt. A thong with writing on the butt. And sexy fishnets that hooked onto my thong. If you don't get the idea, massage me, I'll tell you. Yeah, no thanks. I put on a black fishnet top under a black MCR t-shirt, a black leather mini with black lace and Congress shoes. I left the hospital wings with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire. OMFG, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled Vampire. Let's go listen to GC and cut ourselves, 666, said Hermione. We opened the conman room door sexily. And then I gasped. Draco was there, doing it with Snap. He was wearing a black What? What? He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and black baggy jeans. You fucking prep, we all yielded angrily. Yeah, you fucking betrayed us, shooted Vampire as he angrily took out his black gun. I imagine he'd accidentally shoot someone else in the collateral, and honestly, please. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco as he took his thingy out of Snake's. No shit, you fucking suck. You preppy bastard. Wait, you don't understand. No shit. Wow, said Willow, trying to attack him. You rock, girl. I ran suicidally to my room. I sexily took a stake out. Enemy, no, screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had slit my wrists with it. Suddenly everything went black again. What? Okay. You slit your wrists with a wooden stake. How do you even manage that? Chapter 41. AN. To everyone who kept flaming this gets its life. I bet you probably oughtn't know who Gerard Way is. You're probably all pep preps and posers. Anyway, someone hacked into. This is not good. This is rubbish. Anyway, someone hacked into my account in November and they put up my last chapter, but now there is a new one. I'm sorry for not updating but I've been really busy. I'm trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm gone on vacation for a month. I won't be back until about 2 weeks. OMFG, Darko is so hot in all the pics for the new movie. I wanted them to put a cameo by Gerard Way lol. He said play Draco. If you flame, I'll slit my wrists. Raven, you rock girl. Have fun in England. Are they just permanently stuck in purgatory of vacations in England now? When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I looked around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when Iz performed with Black Tear. If I remember correctly, she was still naked. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marley in Munson. Just imagine that he is an 80s gothic band, okay, because he is more old than Panic at that disco or MCR. There was also a gothic Black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes. On it said 1980. OMFG, I'm back in Tim again, I screamed loudly. Suddenly Satan, this is actually Voldemort for photo reference. Reverend? Okay. Voldemort was wearing a black leather jacket, black tight jeans, and fishnet pants. He looked so sexy, I almost had an orgy. Does she know that orgy isn't a slang term for orgasm? Let's face it, she doesn't. OMFG Annabelle, are you okay? He asked gothically. Yeah, I'm okay, for your information, I snapped sexily. OMG, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from James' gun. I also remembered seeing Draco do it with Snap. I guessed that I had slit my wrists when I guessed that when I had slit my wrists, I had went back in Tim instead of dying. I know you. I could go forward in time if I found a time toner or a Tim machine. Hello. Welcome to my hell. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face. You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. I knew that the real reason I didn't die from the ballet was because I was from the future. What the fuck? James almost shot Luscious, I said indigoly. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress, Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucien. Also, I knew that Lucien would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears, and he was wearing gothic black eyeliner, a black Green Day shirt. It showed Billy Joel with boned hair since it was the 80s. Black Congress shoes and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexily like Jared way in the video for I Don't 3 You like I did yesterday, and you could see a black tear on his face like the woman in that video. Hey, he said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily because I did not know him. Uh, this is Hedwig? Like the owl? The owl? Said Volksymort. He used to be in Black Tier, but he used to be in Black Tier too, but he had to drop out because he broke his arm. Hey, Hedwig, I said seductively even though I was not trying to be. Lol, hi, Ebony, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know Dad is not 80s, but pretend it is, okay? Bye, I said all sexily. Dad was Hedwig. You established this. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up? Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. OMFG, I can get you two back together. I said, fingering something? I didn't know it was in my pocket. A black cute is what we aim for, Cydio iPod that I could take videos off with. Does anyone else know about them? They kick ass. Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led them to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucien, James, Sirius, and Snake were all in the Great Hall. Lucien wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, he shouted at him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro, Snape agreed, but I knew he was lying because it had been his fault James had almost shot Lucien. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. Me plan was working out great. Really? All I see is a fight. Now I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die, and okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out, I said, and started to film them with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. You'd think that'd be a sentence from some obscure corner of the internet, but no. This is one of the most infamous fan fictions of all time. Why? Why am I still reading this? We watched as today started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, Snake, and Lucian all watched because they were probably bi. I knew Snape was bi. Oh my fucking god, Voldemort, Voldemort, screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort's. But suddenly everything stopped as the door opened and came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris. Thank God. Thank God that stopped. Chapter 42, The Black Parade. OMG, the new book is coming out really soon. I can't wait. I think that Snap will really be the same person as Voldemort because they are both half-blood, so that will explain why he killed Dumbledore and hated Harry. And then Harry will have to commit suicide, so Voldemort will die because he will really be a Horcrux. Wait, Harry was a Horcrux. Horcrux. This is an insane prediction considering the last one was absolute batshit insane. OMG, I hope Draco and Harry get together. That would be so schmexy, won't it? If they don't, then JKR is homophobic. I mean, she is, but not for that reason. Thanks to the help with facts, Medusa, you rock. Okay, that's a pretty clever pun. I sat depressedly in Dumbledore's office with Hedwig, Satan, James, Sirius, Snap, and Lucian. Dumbledore was sitting in front of us cruelly. He looked more young than he did in the future. Yes, we call that chronological order. He had taken the iPod away and was now listening to a shitty Avril Lavigne song. Okay, you have no access to the iTunes library. That means it's on your iPod. You've got the shitty Avril Lavigne song on your iPod. The only one to blame is you. All along, Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way was a poser. What the hell is this anyway? He cackled meanly. I hoped he didn't find out that I was from another time. Whatever you do, don't blame Ebony, you jerk, Satan said. Yeah, seriously, she was trying to get Satan and Hedwig back together, Sirius said deviantly. Be quiet, you Satanists, Dumbledore cackled. If you're lucky, I'll probably send you all to Akazaban? That will teach you to copulate in the Great Hall. He changed the song on the iPod to an NSYNC song. Suddenly I noticed something strong about the iPod. It was slowly chunging. Dumbledore didn't notice. You fucking poser, I muttered. I bet you've never heard of GC, James said. Suddenly I knew what the iPod was chonging into. Morty McFly's Tim Machine. Shut up, Joms, Draco's dad shouted. Yeah, shut up, Snape said preppily. No, you shut up, Dumbledore, said Tom. I've had enough of you Satanists in my school, shouted Dumbledore spuriously. Suddenly I grabbed the iPod from him. Everyone, jump in before it's too late. I jumped into it, but only one other person jumped in. It was Satan. You dunderheads, screamed Dumbledore wisely as we went. I looked around. I was in the Slytherin convent room with Satan. I was wearing a black plaid miniskirt with hot pink fishnets, a sexy black MCR corset, and black stiletto boots with pink pentagrams on them. My earrings were Blake Satanist sins, and my raven hair was all around me to my mid-black. Hey, cool, where is this? He asked in an emo voice. This is the future. Dumbbell Door's iPod that he tried to take away from me was really also a Tim machine, I told him. Cool, what's an eye patch? He whimpered. It's something you use to listen to music, I yacked. OMFG cool. Wait, what's a four-letter word for dirt? He asked in his sexy voice. I guess sand? I laid confusedly. Yeah, you're not the only one who's confused. Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you were still the same person, he triumphantly giggled. Suddenly, some of my friends walked in. OMFG, you're fucking alive, said Ginny, wearing a black leather jacket, black baggy pants, and a gothic black from first to last t-shirt. I explained to her why I was alive. Konnichiwa, bitch, said Willow. She was wearing a black corset, showing off her boobs with lace all around it and red stripes on it. With it, she was wearing a black leather miniskirt, big black boots, white foundation, black eyeliner, red eyeshadow, and black lipstick. Hey, motherfucker, said Diabolo with his red hair. His hair speaking? Okay. He was wearing a black ATD t-shirt and black baggy pants. How many clothing descriptions are we gonna go through? Hey, who's that Ibony? Bloody Mary questioned as she walked in wearing a black t-shirt with a red pentagram on it with lace at the bottom, red leather pants with black lace, and black stilettos. Oh, it's Satan, I told her, and she nodded, knowing the truth. Suddenly, Satan started to cry. Are you okay, Satan? We asked concernedly. OMFG, you're from the future. What if you don't like M anymore because we're from different times? He asked. No, I still like you, I said sexily to him. What about Draco? Did we just forget that Draco exists? I mean, he hasn't appeared in like several chapters, so probably. Okay, he said reassuredly. I let him listen to Teenagers by MCR on my iPod when I was about to go outside to find some things. I gave Diabolo a signal to keep Satan occupied. Satan fell asleep. I took the iPod. I was about to walk outside. Professor Sinister ran in. She was wearing a gothic black mini dress with depressing black stripes, white and black strip tights, and red Converse shoes. She was wearing lots of black eyeliner. Oh my fucking god, where's Draco? How did Snap get back here? I tohawed he was in Azerbaijan? I asked sadly. Ebony, I was so worried about you, but I know you can't fucking die because you're a vampire. Snape came back because that girl Brittany freed him. I never liked her. She was a bad student, Trevor said reassuredly. That bitch. Did you also free Hagrid and Lupin? I shouted angrily. I hated Brittany because she was a fucking prep. And not because she freed several pedophiles? Yes, they are on the loose at this school. Dumbledore is back. Cornelia is on his way to help everyone. Tell everyone you see to lock themselves in their con-man room, Trelawney said worriedly. Okay, but where's Draco? How come he was doing it with Snap? I don't know why, but he almost tried to commit suicide after he almost saw you kill yourself, she said. OMG, that's terrible, I gasped. Satan was still asleep, so I couldn't tell what was going on. Then I said, listen, everyone, I have something impotent to do. And here everyone stay. With that, I ran out. Good luck, Tara, everyone cried. I ran sexily down the stairs into the great hall where the portraits looked around at me scaredly. There was hardly anyone else in the stairs, and there was an atmosphere of horror. On the way, I saw Brittany laughing on the stairs. She was wearing a slutty pink shirt with flowers on it, a blue jean skirt, Abercrombie, and pink stilettos. She looked just like a pentagram of those fucking preps, Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan. You fucking bitch, I shouted angrily. No, you're totally a bitch. Now Voldemort will, totally kill you, she laughed. Crucius, I shouted selectively, pontificating my black wand, and she started screaming because she was being tortured, and I laughed sadistically. No, help me, please, Brittany screamed terrifiedly. I put out my middle finger at her. In her hand I saw the video camera Snap and Lumpin had used to take the video of me. I put the tape of Voldemort doing it with Hedwig onto it. Then I continued to roam down the stairs with the camera. When I had reached the Great Hall, I saw Vampire Potter. "Oh my god, Vampira," I yielded. We hugged each other happily. He looked at me with his gothic red eyes and spiky black hair. Around them were black eyeliner and eyeshadow. He was wearing a black leather pants, a Panic at the Disco concert shirt, and black Congress shoes. He looked more like Joel from Good Charlotte than ever. "Did you hear the song Da River? It rocks." "I was so worried you died," moaned Vampire. "I know, but I'm a vampire, lol. When I woke up, I was back in 1980, so anyway, I bought Voldemort from when he was young with me. Because I'm a moron." "Where's Draco?" I asked spuriously. "Draco? You mean that fucking poser who betrayed you?" Vampire snarkled with anger in his sexy voice. "I know, but we have to find him," I said, smarty. "I'll do it, Den," Harry said angstily. Okay, I agreed. Suddenly, all the lights in the room went out, and then the dork mark appeared. "Oh my fucking Satan," Harry shouted. "I think Voldemort has arrived," I said anxiously. "Fuck, I have to find Draco. I guess we should separate." "Okay," Vampire said, deteriorating. Sadly, I ran into the Great Hall. Chapter 43. A.M. I think after this I will have about 2 or 3 more chapters. Thanks to all my reviewers and not Das Flamers. If you flamed this story, then you suck. If you flamed, then fuck you. I walked sexily into the Great Hall. It was empty except for one person. "Weren't you in the Great Hall just before?" Ah. Draco was there. He sat there like in deadly bloom, with his black 666C shirt and his baggy black pants. He had slit his wrists. I felt mad at him for having sex with Snape, but I also felt sorry for him. He looked just like Gerard Way with his red eyes and his pale white face. "Draco, are you okay?" I asked. "I'm not okay," he screamed depressedly. I thought of the MCR song and got even more depressed because that song always makes me cry. I gave him a pot cigarette and he started to smoke it. "Oh, Draco, why did you do it with that fucking bastard Snape?" I said tearily. Draco began to say, but suddenly Lupin and Mr. Norris appeared into the room. They didn't see us. "I'm so glad me and Snape were freed," said Lupin. "Damn, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking students," Mr. Norris agreed. "Pop Adelem," I yielded angrily, pointing my wand at them. "No," Lupin shouted as chains came on him. Mr. Norris ran away. "You fucking perv," I said, laughing with depths of evil and depressedness in my voice. "Now you will have to tell us where Voldemort is, or I'm going to torture you." I don't now where he is," said Lupin. Suddenly, Satan and Vampire ran into the room. Vampire didn't know who Satan was, really. I'm pretty sure he does. Didn't you tell him? "Oh, my Satan, we were so worried about you guys," Vampire said, and looked sexily at Draco with his gothic red eyes with contacts, black t-shirt that said 666 on it, and pale skin like Gerard Way. Vampire with his sexy black hair and black red eyes just like Frank Iero. And Satan, who looked just like Brandon Urie then. I selectively took the caramel from my pocket, and then I began Frenching Draco sexily. Lupin gasped. Draco began to take all his clothes off, and I could see his white sex-pack. Then Vampire took his own clothes off too. We all began making out together sexily. I took off my black leather bra, my black lace thong, and the rest of my clothes. Everyone took their Glocks out except for me. I'm a girl, lol. "Oh, my Satan, Draco," I screamed as he put his harness in my thingy. Then he did the same thing to Harry. I began making out with Satan and he joined in. OMS, cried Vampire. Oh, vampire, vampire, I screamed. Oh, Satan, yelled Harry and Plessor. Lupin watched in shock. We took turns doing torture curses on him because we were all sadists. Suddenly, a big black car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the windows, and Snap was in it. Okay, last chapter. Chapter 44. And, well, I have nothing to say but stop glamming, okay? If any gothic people are reading this, then you rock. OMG, I still can't wait for the movie. Tom Fletton is so hot I hope Harry will become gothic, cause me friend told me that he is really emo in this book. OMFG, I'm leaving W's pretty soon, can't wait. This will probably be the last chapter until I come back. So I guess we can assume she never came back. That's my car, shooted Draco angrily, but suddenly it was revealed who was in the car. It was Snape. I shall free you, Lupin, but first you must help me kill these idiotic dunderheads, he said cruelly from the car as it flew circumamsizing above us. Ebony Darkness, Dementia Ravenway must be killed. Then the Dork Lord shall never die. You fucking prep, yelled Draco. Then he looked at me sadly. I forgot to tell you, Ebony. Snape made me do it with him. I didn't really have sex with him, but he's a rapist. We all put our clothes on quickly except Satan. We were so scarred. But Satan didn't change. Instead, he changed into a man with grin eyes, no nose, a grey robe, and white skin. He had changed into Voldemort. I knew who thou were all along, he cackled evilly and sarcastically at me. Now I shall kill thee all. Thunder came in the room. No, please don't kill us, pleaded Vampire. Suddenly Willow, Bloody Mary, Diabolo, Ginny, Dracula, Fred and George, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucian all ran in. Oh, please don't be clothing descriptions. What is the meaning of this? Dumbledore asked all angrily, and Voldemort looked away, because Dumbledore is the only wizard he is scared of. He did a spell, and suddenly his broomstick came to him sexily. Voldemort flew above the roof evilly on his broomstick. Oh my goth, Slugborn gasped. Get it, 'cause I'm gothic? Dark Lord shall kill all of you. Then you must submit to him. Snape? Snape ejaculated menacingly. You fucking preppy F-word, Sirius shouted angrily. I know a four-letter word for dirt. Cruciatus? Screamed Harry, but the sparks from his wand only hit Draco's car. It fell down. Snap quickly crawled out of it and picked up the studio camera. Oh my fucking god, I cried, because the video of me in the bathroom of me doing it with Draco, and the video of Satan doing it with, if you kill me, then these videos will be shown to everyone in the skull. Then you can be just like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton. He laughed meanly. No, I screamed. FYI, I have a picture of you doing it with Lupin. What's she talking about? Lupin slurped as he sat in chains. I saw. She's gonna show everyone the picture, Harry shouted angrily. So the ultimate battle of good and evil is sharing porn tapes? I saw. She's gonna show everyone the picture, Harry shouted angrily. Shut up, Lumpkin roared. Foolish ignoramuses, yielded Voldemort from his broomstick. He's just, circling above the Great Hall, repeatedly. Thou shalt all die soon. Think again, you fucking muggle poser, Harry yelled, and then he and Diabolo and Navel both took out black guns, but Voldemort took out his own one. You guys are in a Latin standoff, I shouted despairingly. Echo Neville's wand, cried Voldemort, and suddenly Neville's wind was in his hands. Now I shall kill thee all, and Evany, you will die. He made lighting come all over the place. Save us, Evany, Dumbledore cried. I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the common room and slit my wrists with my friends while we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 and do it with Draco. But I knew I had to do something more impotent. Abracadabra, I shooted. And that's the end. Tara never came back from her holiday. Alright, let me see if I can find the troll chapter. Okay, where does it start? Okay, I'm gonna read the few lines that precede it. You guys stop, I shouted angrily, but it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly, Samaro took out his knife. OMFG no, shouted Lucan, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm. And then, I jumped sexily in front of the bullet. No, yielded everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly everything went black. Chapter 39. I am a trolling genius. Disclaimer. I do not own the Harry Potter series, and I am not the real Bloody Wrist 666. And I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl, I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's passy for fun, and it took less than 8 minutes to do it, too. And we'll probably get in a shitload of trouble. Which I probably deserve, because I'm being a troll right now. Meh. And I present to you my crappy part in this story. And take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead skip over to skim chapter 38. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want, perhaps. I, the American retail-wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me. No, don't die. I gave him a rueful smile. I'm sorry. It's something I had to do, to fulfill my duty as the noble Gothic Mary Sue. Satan sobbed. I love you, Ebony. I love you too. I'll see you in hell, I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black. Bloody Mary Sis suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when the room was oddly quiet, but at the sight of Ebony's lifeless body, she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGoogle, and every single Gothic person she could think of. Suddenly a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. When everyone realized what was happening, they rushed over to try and rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sue became nothing more than a pile of ashes. A loud resounding of everyone bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes started to then bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was all over, things changed. All the silly goth clothes dropped from everyone's bodies, and I will refuse to explain how the hell that happened. And in their place, the clothes the characters would normally wear in canon appeared there on their bodies. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the Gothic power, everyone cheered. Everyone started singing, "Ding dong, the Sue is dead." Well, that is until all the Harry Potter characters realized the true implications of becoming more like canon again. All the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started dueling. On the left side of the two, the battle of the light side and dark side was reaching a climax. And because the replacement author also likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation. A situation that would live on for all eternity. Or at least until the end of fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked over her pale body and frowned. Where are my emo clothes? She asked herself in confusion. And then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on the right or left, I can't remember, side. Below that, she was wearing a denim miniskirt with a destroyed look on it. Paired underneath that skirt were leggings with a little moose at the bottom, And then Ebony realized, on her shoulder, she was carrying a pretty bag with a needle on it that said, "Live your life," written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. Here she was, decked out in clothes prepped to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it there was another Hollister polo underneath. Ebony frowned and looked under her shirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. Dare I point out that's from the A-Re line available at American Eagle. Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration there was yet another polo to replace it. This is illogical and does not make any sense, Ebony bellowed out to the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement, how hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony slid her wrists and mumbled to herself, "Oh my god." Okay, and now for the bonus. My theory about the writing of Raven's fic. Because Raven also wrote a fanfic, but she stopped around the 5th chapter when she had the giant falling out with Tara. And the story quality of My Immortal sinks after that fight as well. So my theory is, over the fight over the sweater and the poster, Tara killed Raven. That is my theory. I have no evidence to back it up except for what I've already stated. And also my voice is starting to kill me, so I think that'll end the stream for us. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you the next time we do this.